So here we go.
Story time.
Himmelsdorf and Mainz when it comes to River of Blood. Mainz has been a loss every single time River of Blood has played this map this season, losing the individual engagements or straight up cheeky play from Refuse to Die. So you get River of Blood on Himmelsdorf, and what do? They do just fine. What is happening? Why are they doing so well on Himmelsdorf? It's because they're staying together. They're staying together in the brawls. They're winning the brawls because they are physically close in the game as a team, and they're able to harness their damage almost as one and output it towards singular tanks. They're doing well together as a team.
The map forces them to be more coordinated.
Yeah, so that's allowing them with their coordination to stick together and get those wins. Bernal Empires like to be aggressors, but they like to take their time doing it. So where does that put them? The moral of the story is that they don't have enough patience yet.
Really?
That is the moral of the story right now for Bernal Empires. Hammer Time is a catalyst to that moral of the story. They didn't have enough patience to wait on Prohorovka to have Hammer Time come to them. Oh. They saw an opportunity. They saw it, and they reached way too far to try to take advantage of it. And because of that, they lost on Prohorovka, and then, even though they went to a tiebreaker, they lost a tiebreaker. They could have had a win on Prohorovka against Hammer Time, and it fell apart. Bernal Empires, they have good leadership. They have skills. They need more time for it to just work together as a team. And with that being said, it is now my privilege to introduce you guys to the two team representatives tonight for the face-off for River of Blood and Burn All Empires. All right, gentlemen, let's start off with River of Blood. I like the hat, by the way.
It's not a hat.
It's helmet.
There you go.
You demolished Googly Bobbers in week number 1. You lost to Fnatic in week 2. And then a tiebreaker in week 3 against Refuse to Die. Captain Blood, why have you been all over the place with results?
Yeah, that was shameful. We should have had our full 3 points against Refuse to Die. I think we kind of, like I said, overextended. And then on Mines, all we had to do was draw. And then we knew where they're up on that crazy hill spot. I'm just like, don't get hit by the hill. That's it. And they got hit by the hill. So just some mental lapses there on how to really what should have been a relatively easy draw. But we did good against Googly, and Fnatic is Fnatic. So, I don't think we're too all over the board. We just need to clean it up, and I think we'll do fine.
Bernal Empires, tell us what happened in that Cunningham series. You were up, and then it fell apart.
Yeah, that was kind of a rough match for us. I mean, I don't know if we were ever up exactly, but they jumped on us quick, and we couldn't recover. I don't know. It was an off night for us, I guess. And props to them, too. They really didn't let us catch a breath, and it worked.
How have you prepared for this series against River of Blood?
Well, I feel like last week we went over a lot of replays of the other teams, but we're trying not to overthink it too much this time. It's easy to try to counter their strats instead of just doing what we do best. And so that's what we're going to try to do tonight.
Bernal Empires, anything you'd like to say to River of Blood before we start?
Nope, not really. Just it's fun meeting you in Burbank, Captain Blood. Have fun tonight. Let's have good games.
Captain Blood, any words?
Yeah, good games. And by the way, have you followed us on Twitter? I'm just curious. I don't know if you knew about our Twitter, but we have this Twitter account thing, and be sure to jump on there. Sure there'll be news about you too.
I think I followed you. I'll have to get our team social media expert on that.
I'll make sure everybody tries to follow you tonight, Captain Blood, and also for Bernal Empires. Thank you, gentlemen. Best of luck on the battlefield.
Thanks, guys.
Tough questions to answer. You have to say, why are you all over the spectrum when it comes to results? And it's tough to kind of answer that as a team captain because ultimately you take responsibility for what your team does, even though we have to break it down to individual performance and help those individuals improve upon that performance. But that being said, what are some of the individual performers that are doing so well on these rosters that we have, Rukel? I'm going to be looking more towards the power of the Doc Golem on River of Blood.
Yeah, I'm looking at Dodoma from River of Blood. He just messes people up all the time. He's probably one of the top performers of River of Blood, if not by far the top. Bernal Empires is a little bit different. I feel like there's players on Bernal Empires that score pretty well, like Servios and GeForce and Azrael, who all do very, very well, but Zone Delta has broken the 20k marker for damage dealt in the season. I don't think anyone else actually has dealt that much damage. And I'll check my stats actually to remind myself if anyone has done that much damage in the league. Nope, don't think so.
Okay. Well, he was the one that did the most damage in a single battle at 3.5k. Has that been broken yet?
The 3.5k, I'd have to go back and check that. However, what's funny is the highest average is held by Invade, who's on River of Blood. I don't think he'll be joining us tonight, but Invade has only played one battle. He did 1758 in that battle, and so now he has actually the highest average damage in the league.
Nice.
His average of one battle, great battle, one battle.
Yeah, it's all you need. All you need is one great battle. Aruka, why don't you go ahead and break down for us Rue's rules for victory?
Gladly. First rule, guys, is keep it together. River Blood splits up probably a little bit too much before fights, and they split up on open maps a little bit too much. If they keep it together, I think they'll be fine. And with that, that brings me to rule number 2, which is you go, we go. And I think you've seen that movie, Clutch.
Mm-hmm.
Stick to the battle buddies. That's what you do. Canada cannot let go of whoever he's with, or else everything's just going to fall apart. And it's just not good. Third, counter the Dodo. And that one's for Bernal Empires. If they can counter Dodoma, they're going to be just fine, I think. Dodoma has been a top performer, and his ability to just deal damage and be exceptional all around is enabling River of Blood across the board. His performance is great. If he is dead, I feel like the rest of River of Blood is going to have trouble performing as well as he is, picking up the slack that is left behind when he goes. Kill Dodoma.
Kill the Dodo.
Kill the Dodo. Make
Simple.
him go.
We kill the Dodo.
We kill the Batman.
Yeah. Oh, it's not that simple. It's never that simple. It's never that simple for either of these teams, especially on Himmelsdorf. This is the most popular map that we see in the WGLNA. And the Hill has been quite a contested territory in the different series that we've seen tonight. But as we jump into match number 4 out of 8 matches, I wonder what these teams are going to bring. Here we go. Battle number 1 between Bernal Empires and River of Blood. What do we have for tanks?
2 5100s, 2 IS3s, a 1390, and 2 T1 Cunninghams for Burn All Empires in the red spawning to the south. In the north, River of Blood, 2 5100s, 3 IS3s. Burn All Empires has brought a 1390 to Himmelsdorf. I want this to sink in. They have brought a 1390, a 1390 to Himmelsdorf. Now what this means is that they have brought an incredibly mobile tank, a light tank even, not a medium tank, a light tank, to Himmelsdorf. And everyone is disconnected.
Oh,
Great.
Oh, man. Well, I was in suspense to see how the 1390 was going to be used.
I ruined it. Thanks, guys.
That's okay.
I really wanted that 1390 to either die horribly or succeed beautifully. One of the two. We'll get a chance to, but I mean, it's a 1390 on Himmelsdorf. The only time I used a 1390 on Himmelsdorf was in pub battles when I don't have a choice. In team battles, when you are randomly put into a map and it is Himmelsdorf. And I gotta pick another time. I think I did it in
gotta
Clan.
pick another time.
I think I did it on Clan Wars once.
Random.
Yeah, I think I did it in Clan Wars once. But that's tier 10s, and then I brought a 1390 because it was a light tank and it was really high tier. And it was like, this is gonna be great. It was great, actually. It's a really good tank. Even at tier 10, like it's good. Although the Batchat's better than it most everywhere, except for the camo on the move bonus.
That's the tank you see the most is that Batchat
Oh, man,
in pub games.
Yeah.
Scary tank.
Oh, it's
It
just
is.
fun.
Yep. I tried to climb inside an AMX 1375.
It's like a
but,
1390.
It is, but with a smaller gun.
Yeah,
But
that's
there was
the only difference.
There's a bee's nest inside of it, and I decided Not today.
Not the bees?
not the bees.
Not the bees.
Not
Well,
the
that's
bees.
disappointment because bees can just they're actually bros. It's wasps you have to watch out for.
Oh, it depends.
Wasps are not bros. They're there to mess people up.
Hmm.
It's bees that are cool.
All right, Rookhill, let's go ahead and detail for the audience again. What do we have for tanks?
2 5100s, 2 IS3s, 1390. Again, everyone, please pay attention. Statics in the 1390 against 2 5100s, 3 IS3s, T1 cutting ends for either side. And now, follow Static. Static, what are you going to do? Because I find your tank choice interesting, intriguing, and I have my doubts. I'm not in the belief business about this. I love the tank.
Taking a look at GQ, Dodoma, and Canaduk, where they're headed first. They're going towards a train station, while River of Blood's Rylak has been spotted as he's down the D line, the Delta line. Doc Golem and Savagey are going to be moving fast. They're moving fast, going down Tank Alley. Ain't holding any prisoners here.
The poop cannon asks, why use wet ammo rack instead of vents on an IS-3? Does it really get racked with safe stowage? The answer to that is yes.
Yes, it does.
The IS-3 has possibly one of the weakest ammo racks in the game, at least from my experience. It's probably the weakest ammo rack in 7x42 play.
Well, it's the tank that we see the most, with the exception of the T1, but that's...
The T1 doesn't bring a wet ammo rack.
Yeah, it doesn't.
No T1 player brings a wet ammo rack.
Exactly.
Because they're going to die horribly anyway.
You look at the stats, it's the IS-3 that has the ammo racks against it the most, and Savagey gets hit twice from Zone Delta.
Nice positioning by Zone Delta. Great positioning, and with that he's able to get a little damage out, little advantage towards Burnham Empires, or rather evening up the health pools, because Savagey now has actually that 1,188, whereas Static is at 1,000 hit points full health. We'll see how they do.
Doc Golem and Savagey still staying together, though. Doc Golem was trying to block any more damage going towards Savagey for that HP sharing. Smart move, but was not the case as Zone Delta went for the reload. The Doc takes another hit to the side. Savagey is not even pointing his turret down the same area that Doc is. He was pointing down south. Dodoma takes down Zagarman.
Gotta pay attention to that. You turn your turret in the direction of all
And he
potential
takes a hit
enemies.
against Servios. And Doc Golem's not going to push against Servios. And it's 3 against 2 to the south for an overmatch initially, and Savagey is hurt. River of Blood's in trouble.
Yep, Doc Golem has found himself in a crossfire between Servios and Azrael, and Servios should be able to finish him off. G-Force Red is back.
And he does. He's able to get him. That's 1 tier 8 down for River of Blood. Savagey is so low. Takes a shot to the left from Static. Static at the 1390. One shot bounces. 430 damage against that 1390. Another bounce. Savagey falling back. He gets hit again for 223. Savagey, 12 HP left. Static gets the kill, the 1390. From the hill area. He's able to get it.
Nice play. Now G-Forcer. Azrael chasing after Rylak. Canaduk is trying to come to back him up, but G-Forcer gets the shot.
Dodoma is so low. Zone Delta is reloading. Dodoma could get the kill against him if he has enough shots ready. River of Blood is hurting. Only one tank has fallen for Burnham Empires, and it was the T1.
And here comes Servios to back up. Destroy Canaduk. One more shell should finish him off as he is reloading. Zone Delta goes down to Dodoma. Dodoma, he tried so hard,
He did.
but everyone else died.
G-Forcer's around the corner, and he gets a shot. Nice shot from G-Forcer. Captain Blood is gone, and so that's it. Burnham Empires takes battle number 1 against River of Blood.
Pretty clean. River of Blood probably thought they could push it on the 1390, knowing it has less hit points,
Yeah.
not respecting its mobility, its ability to fire from the hill, get a little damage, and then just leave and be in the fight after it's reloaded. 5100 and IS-3 wouldn't be able to do that. It would take them forever to get off the hill
It would.
and then rejoin the fight. They'd be out of the fight for a long time. They'd simply by their presence on the hill. It takes you long. 1390, it's like 20 seconds. That's it. 1390 is off the hill and in the fight. No problem.
So was this a successful integration of the 1390, or is this more of just River of Blood's mistakes of pushing too far?
I think to a point it didn't matter that the 1390 was there, but the 1390 definitely threw things out of balance.
Mm-hmm.
I think River of Blood just made a weird push. Dodoma is sitting up in the northwest. He's one of the best damage dealers on your team, and he's unsupported 1v1ing against someone else without the time to actually win out the fight before everything else gets decided. They did not try and overmatch anything. They just tried to make a fight. And while it's cool to make a fight happen, it's just not gonna... There was no real advantage. There was nothing... There's no objective that was victory. It was just fight, I think, for River of Blood.
Just simply fight.
It was simply go at your opponent and fight them.
Yeah.
It was not, let's have this objective, get this tank, we'll take this advantage and roll over them. It was literally, it seemed like it was just fight them.
You notice what happened, though? 2 tanks on their own. And they continued to push down. They weren't together.
Yeah.
They were not together. River of Blood has got to stay together if they're going to win this. Mines, ugh. This is a map that River of Blood has not won once yet. Can they turn it around? Will they change history? We're going to find out here. 17 seconds left on the countdown. Real Kill, what do we have for tanks?
For tanks, T-32 and 3 T-69s, along with a WZ-132 for Burnham Empires, River of Blood, Pershing, 2 T-69s, 2 1390s. And that'll add another tally mark onto my T-32 counter.
9 total. Here goes battle number 2. Follow Rylak. Dodoma is going to push up first with Canaduck. Canaduck will be loaded up in about 30 more seconds. Doc Golem and Savage G will be following right behind him.
Static has the jump on the hill, but may find himself running into 2 1390s as a shell team damage on Canaduck maybe, and this is Deja Vu. Canaduck getting blocked again by a WZ-132.
T-69s had fizzled. A couple fizzle shots against Static. Canaduck is low, super low.
And Azrael plays a risky game to try and get a finishing kill. Static is now left alone against 2 1390s, and there's some interesting bounces.
G-Forcer takes down Rylak. G-Forcer almost takes down Static. Static falls to Dodoma, but he's able to do almost a tank and a half worth of damage from up there.
And Azrael just rolls on up. He doesn't care. And that could be very dangerous as he is getting himself ripped apart.
And Azrael falls. Doc Golem gets the kill.
Burnout Empires just played the strangest thing I've ever seen. That's got to be a huge mistake. I don't know what commander would call for a T-69 just move up alone. Doc Golem, though, is getting himself messed up. This is very strange. And Zone Delta takes him down to fire.
Well, Savage is still trying to puncture a bit more of Burnal Empire's tanks up on top of the hill. And Zone Delta, has he left the hillside?
Zone Delta's on the hill still.
Canaduck left the hill.
Yeah, Canaduck's off, Dodoma's off, Captain Blood somewhere somewhere.
Well, it's tied up.
This battle makes no sense.
Well, it was tied up. Now River of Blood just lost their T-69. So Burnal Empires has 26 points to 18 right now, with 3 of their tier 8 still left alive, and they're on the chase for Dodoma. Canaduck and Dodoma super low on the north side of the hill, and they're going to get sandwiched.
It's not going to be good. We could see a Goomba even.
Oh, Zone Delta from up top gets the kill. Beautiful play.
Now Dodo on the run. Last tier 8 alive. Yet again. On the chase is Servios. T1's trying to pepper him.
Servios from long range. Waits for it. Fires and misses. Waits. Fires and misses. Dodoma is able to get out of there. And Captain Blood is down. Burnal Empires. I got to check Static, what his stats were on that WZ-132. He did a significant amount of damage.
No.
And he absorbed a lot of shots.
No, not really. I think he got maybe 1 or 2 in there. He bounced 1 shell from Dodoma, which is just RNG. But he got messed up super fast. We had a T-69. Azrael just decided, I'm going to go in the hill, guys.
That was
so
way
strange.
later. Static had died a good 45 seconds before Azrael even came
he
up.
actually tried to go up once before.
Oh, okay.
And it was just really strange. This whole battle from both sides, I don't think either team played how they wanted to play.
Well, both teams wanted to get a win. That's what Burnal Empires is doing right now.
Yeah, but you win.
I predict right now Static got 4 shots that landed, and it was WZ-132.
4 would sound okay, but that's not a great number of shots.
It's enough to bring down, bring one tank almost halfway down for enough shots and 1 almost kill. Anyway, we'll check the stats in a sec. Burnal Empires able to take that win on Mines. They're up 2-0. against River of Blood.
Static got 3 shells out.
3. You got
For 865. Sub 1,000 damage. It's not bad. It's just not exceptional or anything. I felt like it was his support that was lacking.
But there was also multiple shots against Static that missed.
Damage blocked to armor 240. There were some misses.
There were misses.
Those are T69s, though.
No, it was Canaduck into Doma. It was not T69s. It was the 1390s on the hill. He was brawling with 2 1390s. He moved around to the top. Another shot missed. Another shot missed. And then he continued to brawl. He finally died, but Canaduck was down to 12 hit points.
Yeah, the whole battle, though, to me was just a complete mess. I felt like Bernal Empires didn't execute like they should have. I don't feel like River of Blood executed like they should have. Neither team was doing anything I felt was truly ideal and exceptional in that situation. It just seemed like both sides were making mistakes, and River of Blood made a huge number of mistakes that outweighed the number of mistakes that Bernal Empires made. It seemed frustrating to me.
Fair enough. They made more mistakes than the other team.
Yeah, but it wasn't a game that time of someone doing anything truly exceptional.
Listen, I always get excited when I see a WZ-132.
Look, it's a cool tank.
So every time I watch play, I think, look at how awesome it's doing.
Oh, yeah.
No one has been able to accomplish what J Smooth accomplished. Well, I mean, he only did 700 damage when he was on Prohorovka with that, but still, it was great to see how much of a distraction he was to the other tankers.
Who was it? I'm trying to think back to a team that Tofu Smurf was on. That was used to be
Pop Stars?
No, not Pop Stars.
Nerve?
No, they dissolved a long time ago. They used to have Squirrelin on the team. What team was that? Wow, I cannot believe I cannot remember this right now. But it was a Tofu. It was a Squirrelin.
Scurry Hard.
Scurry Hard. After they changed it, they were to they changed it to No Limit.
Yes.
And on No Limit,
yes,
that was some WZ-132 play I can remember.
Yeah, that was fun stuff.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Battle number 3 will take place on Ensk between River of Blood and Bernal Empires. Bernal Empires is up 2-0 against River of Blood. Can they close out the series 3-0? We're going to find out. Rookkill, what do we have for tanks?
For tanks, 3 5100s, 2 IS-3s, and 2 T1s for Bernal Empires, 2 5100s, 3 IS-3s, and 2 T1s for River of Blood. Very simple. We got the Burst versus the Alpha. River of Blood going for the Alpha. Right like Savagine and Doc Golem. And then they got the Duck and Striker.
Oh, they're going to get close. And Doc Golem
doesn't even care. He just rolls up. And
G-Force are super low.
Hey, he just gets messed up right off the bat.
This is the opening that River of Blood needs.
Is it the opening they deserve? Don't shake your head at me.
They're gonna. No, I was laughing. They're gonna find out. Savagey and Doc Golem now pushing up. Doc Golem still dancing back and forth. Azrael, nice shot from Savagey through.
And here comes the flank from Bernal Empires from the east. Rylak starts taking damage and he goes
falls. That one advantage that they had could fall very soon. Zone Delta is going to get surrounded. The brawl's happening between these two teams. Azrael.
Striker and Canada come in with amazing timing, and they're ripping tanks apart.
Here comes Static and Servios, and they take down Doc Golem. Servios is in trouble.
Striker simps Canada and takes a shot for it. That could throw this entire battle off. That could change absolutely everything. The fact that one shell from Canada hits Striker.
Static gets another one. Zagarman trying to stay alive against Striker. Zagarman running out, and now will he fire from behind? Yes. 60, 70, 100, 130 damage on that volley from Zagarman.
That hurts so much.
Zagarman's going to continue to chase. Keep chasing him, Zagarman. Keep in your eyes. Captain Blood and GQ are moving in to try to help Striker. They're actually going for the flag cap. Smart play from River of Blood with what they have.
Static is reloading still.
He is.
Servios is almost reloaded though, and
Striker doesn't know that. Is he trying to push Striker into a position? Yes, he's trying to focus Servios into that area. Servios gets it.
5100 hurting.
And Canaduck is going to square off against Static, who's still reloading. He's going to be the shield. He's going to be the shield, allowing Servios to stay alive. Servios has one shot left. And he gets it right before Canaduck gets the kill. Static is reloaded in 2, 1. He gets it. Nice play coming out of Bernal Empires.
And now, between Static and SBM Hawk, we should be able to see a victory. Captain Blood, GQ, can't cap fast enough. Just can't happen. And GQ is going to run out in the open. between them, they actually are able to take him down.
Static takes down the T1. Does he have to chase his T1 in order to get the win and not
do it, GQ?
A tie here. Well, 7 minutes still on the battle clock. That's plenty of time for him to move to the south and get a
Static smash building. Smash.
And Static smashes through the building and smashes against GQ. And they do it. Bernal Empires. 3-0's River of Blood.
That was incredibly fast.
What is happening? What is happening? What is happening to our veteran teams? Are these younger teams hungrier? Well, Bernal Empires you can consider to be a veteran team, but they haven't been in the league as long as River of Blood has consecutively.
Yeah.
Consecutively.
Yeah. I'm very surprised that River of Blood was unable to execute today. They've been described, though, in the past as hot and cold, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some days they're so good they could win the WGLNA. If they were in the finals, they were against Simp, they were against Fnatic. There were days they could win. There are days that look like that. Then there's the other side of that. And then there's the very cold days, like in Canada, when it's so cold things can't move. And Canaduck, the Canadian of River Blood, the Canadian, not the only one, but the quintessential Canadian, knows about those cold days.
Tough
and
loss.
He tells me about them sometimes. They're not good.
No.
No.
Tough,
River
tough,
Blood cold days.
tough loss. Hot and cold. Would that make some 1-3? With one, well, 2-2?
It
Because
will.
there's the tiebreaker.
It will put them at 4 points in the league.
Okay.
So they'll have the tiebreaker win, they'll have the normal win, and they'll have now 2 losses, which is not going to be good. They're going to fall probably to the bottom of their bracket, the Group B standings. We'll have to see how everyone else. Actually, that'll boost Bernal Empires up to 6 points,
Way up.
which will tie them for right now with the Cunninghams until we see that.
Boost them way up, way up. Well, it's good for Bernal Empires. And if they can continue this trend, they're going to have a good shot towards the finals. They just need more wins to guarantee that, obviously. All right, well, we're going to get ready